Chances are lately you've seen on the internet a picture of this blonde guy holding up a sign saying "Save Constantine." That guy is Matt Ryan, the voice of Edward Kenway from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and more recently he plays John Constantine in the show Constantine, based off the DC Hellblazer comics. And hopefully, fingers crossed, more recently, he'll come back as the voice of Edward Kenway in another Assassin's Creed game. That'd be awesome, but that's not the point. Constantine is in danger of being cancelled. Why? Why are you trying to cancel this show? Why are they trying to get rid of this show? This is probably the only good show that DC has out right now. Arrow and Flash are okay. Gotham is okay. Constantine is good. It is the only DC show that I consistently look forward to every week. So why is it in danger of being cancelled? It has a great cast in putting Matt Ryan as Constantine. He has charisma, he has that swagger, and this is coming from someone who has never read the Hellblazer comics. The only thing I know about Constantine is from the movie with Keanu Reeves, which I thought it was a good movie. But Matt Ryan does a great job as a character. I love the character. He's funny, but he also knows when to get serious. He has a lot of layers, and Matt Ryan does a great job of showing that. The show is very much like Supernatural. It's kind of traveling around, investigating paranormal activities. Usually, you know, heaven and hell, demons and angels and things like that. So yeah, it's a lot like Supernatural. And if Supernatural can go for, what, 10 seasons? I think it's on, like, its 10th or 11th season right now. And I got bored with that show after, like, season 8. I haven't picked it up since. And that show's still going strong. Yeah, Constantine can barely get a dozen episodes before it's canceled. What the hell is up with that? Okay, I don't see why it's in danger of being canceled, because it is a good show. By my standards, it's a good show. Okay, it has great writing, it has good acting, it's interesting to watch. They did a New Orleans episode that wasn't incredibly offensive to me. They only had one character who had kind of an accent. I thought that was great. I mean, how many shows do you see do a New Orleans episode that isn't like the most stereotypical offensive thing you've ever seen of New Orleans? Also, it doesn't use flashbacks. I don't know if I don't know if I've really gone into this before in my videos about how I feel about using flashbacks. It's not that I'm against using flashbacks. Flashbacks is a form of storytelling, and if you use them right, that's fine. However, I'm really tired of so many shows relying on flashbacks to tell 50% of their story, to the point that the other story that the flashbacks are telling have nothing to do with the rest of the show. Right now in Arrow, they have that thing with him in Hong Kong in the flashbacks, and then he's doing his thing in Starling City in the present, and they rarely ever have anything to do with each other. They might have like one thing to do with each other, but the rest is just, it's random, and it takes away from the rest of the show. Flash is doing it, but I haven't seen them doing it in a couple episodes, so maybe they're stopping. I don't know. There are shows, it's becoming more and more common to see shows focus on that type of storytelling that Lost started, where you're focusing so much of the attention of the episode on the flashback, and I don't like that happening. Constantine doesn't do that. I think it's had a few flashbacks, but they were used sparingly, and they were used well. I would much rather see things used in exposition, and Constantine does this time and time again. The only problem I've seen with Constantine is the same problem I have with Elementary. Elementary is a adaptation of the Sherlock Holmes adventures. It's not like, I've talked about it before, it's not like the BBC Sherlock. It is nothing like that. They're both so far apart. It's the American adaptation. It's in New York. Joan Watson is a woman. There's other character adaptations that I don't want to spoil, because the character adaptations were really good and really interesting, like with Miss Hudson and Moriarty. I think those are two characters that they adapted that really stood out for me, because I thought it was interesting and kind of entertaining. But the show itself is flawed in the way that it's very much a fish out of water story. So it's Sherlock Holmes adapted to be American, so it's in New York. Sherlock is in New York, and he's still British. He's from England, and he's living in New York, and all of his friends and colleagues from England just happened to show up in New York. Oh, by the way, I have a case in New York. I wonder if you could help me, that I just happened to be in the area and saw that you were here, so why don't you help me with the case? And that's just really weak. Like, why are all of these characters from England just showing up in New York? If you wanted American Sherlock, then make American Sherlock. You can do it. It's possible. And that's the same thing they're doing with Constantine. Again, I haven't read the comics, but from what I've heard, most of the story actually takes place in London, or England, or Europe, not America, from what I've been told. And for this, they've sent Constantine to America. It started in England. He had like a couple of scenes in England, and then he came to America, to Atlanta. And he's there. He's British. Fine. British people in America all the time. But then it seems like all of his colleagues are coming from England to just happen upon Constantine. And it's just, it's weird. And it's not a strong way of doing it. It's just fish out of water. And it feels awkward. It feels very forced. But that's the only problem I've seen with Constantine. It's a great show. I can't wait. It's Friday today. I can't wait to watch it tonight. It's a good show. So why are they trying to cancel it? Why? Please, someone tell me why. If you've seen the show and you like it as much as I do, tell me about it. If you can explain to me why they're trying to cancel it, let me know. In the comments, like the video, share it around, and subscribe to my channel so we can geek out some more. But until then, have fun. Alright, say hi to Gordon again. He's been kind of bad lately. He's been pooping in the house and peeing in the house. And in his defense, we've had some remodeling done, so the house is kind of in disarray and people are here. So he's not really used to that, so that's fine. But today he snuck out and went around the neighborhood without us knowing and scared the crap out of me. So I'm really not sure what to do as far as training, obedience, or something like that. It doesn't really listen to me a lot. Listen to my mom more, but even her, not all the time. So yeah, I could definitely use some advice on training a dog to be obedient. So let me know, because he's really scared the crap out of me today. Ain't that right, you know?